G'day YouTube, how's it going? We've got a crazy task today. This is an enterprise contest, so generally speaking the rules are you get a point for every kilometre you go, but then there's also other rules they set up on each particular day, just for fun basically. Oh, it's exciting. We were in third place and I was very keen to try and get back up to second place. The leaders, Karen and Mike, they're miles ahead, so don't need to worry about them. But man, imagine if we could pull off a second place. That would be quite a coup. As you can see here, I'm at the beach, because you know, it's tropical winter here in New Zealand, so it's actually quite nice. No one else here. Brilliant. So let's check out this last day of this contest and see how it went. Okay, well, I'm climbing here above the airfield, climbing through 8,000 feet. We've got airspace here of up to 9,500 feet. But bloody hell, I don't know where to go after this. To actually do some distance today is going to be quite tricky. We're doing a diminishing circles task. We start off at the Limeworks and you can head any direction you want, but we've got a 120k limit. Then you turn around anywhere you like and head back to the Limeworks, and your distance is limited to less than what you did the first time. So if you only go 50k's out the first time, you can only go 40k's out second time and then 30k's out. And I've got to start over the Limeworks, 3 km circle, so we'll head over that way. The real problem is the airspace today. It's only 9,500 feet. We can't go into airspace. The advantage of heading south first is we then get and enter the 12,500 foot airspace reasonably quickly, so it gives me more altitude to play with. So maybe I'll do that. I'll trek south first. We can always change our mind and go north instead. Look at that wave cloud out there. That's pretty awesome. You can see the perfect shape of it. We're almost over the airspace line, so once we're just a touch further, there's the line, there's my glider. Then we'll be in the good stuff and we'll climb up here, I think, 12.5. Climb right now would be perfect. 29 knots of wind at this altitude. It's not too bad. I'm aiming directly into wind right now. Up we go. This feels very good. Currently at 8,500 and climbing steadily, so that's excellent news. I think we'll be able to climb up here, no worries. Alright, we're climbing through 11,000 feet. Maximum's 12,000, so I'll be heading south soon. Just trying to figure out the way. You can kind of see, I think through here, to the right of these clouds will be the way to do it. I don't know of anything better. The wind's 47 knots now off to our right there, so oh, it's 12,500. Excellent, so I've got a whole another 1,000 feet to climb yet. Because as soon as I push over these clouds here, there'll be sink. Alright, look at this. Look at the altimeter drop here as I go past that sink. And then I come around the front of it there, thinking that might be where it's going up. And it kind of was. I climbed up a little there. Then I decided to stop mucking around and push onto the mountains there. As we got further south, we headed into this valley area where there's nothing obvious upwind creating the wave. And I really didn't know how it was going to go. It turned out alright. There was bits that were better than others. And I was just trying to follow the clouds and actually watching it in time-lapse. You can see the clouds forming up as air is rising. But you don't really see that as easily in real life. And I knew once I get over to these other ranges on the other side, I would, you know, there would be wave created again.
Oscar Papa, Juliet Kilo, how you getting on, Tim?
Good. I'm just south of that Mount Summer, is it? And just trying to find a climb in the valley here. Seems promising.
Good luck. I fell out of the wave on back ridge in Mount Hart, which isn't very pleasant.
Copy. I'll try and avoid that then.
It is working in here, but it's just, I'm trying to stay well away from the ridge.
Yeah, it'll be pretty rough, won't it?
Yep.
Alright, well, things are going quite well. Climbing here in the middle of the valley. There looks like a bit of a line through here. So I'm just trying to climb up before I attempt it. And then we get a bit further south and we can go to 17,000 feet instead of 12,000, so that would be nice. Then we can really get some distance going. So I'm just climbing in this patchy wave in the middle of the valley here. Right here, I'm not sure whether to go back into these clouds or in front of this low cloud. I think we'll trek into the back here and stay south of the mountain range. See how that goes. It looks pretty good. I think it's pretty safe. So the wind where this cloud is pouring down and then bouncing up on the left here. So we'll go on the left. Now this is getting better under these clouds here. It might be a little rough. It looks a bit rotary. But we can turn it downwind. I've done 80 k's, so it's probably a good time to turn around anyway. So we've got 1 hour 30. So we've still got a few hours to go, so I don't want to muck around too much. Alright, let's head back. This wasn't a super climb. It looks like a nice line to get back though. And then on these mountains here, we'll stop and climb up to 12 again, hopefully.
So on the way back here, I was just trying to go upwind of these clouds as best I could. And don't quite know if I was in the right place here, but you can see where I was trying to go. It's more that way, so. Oh, look at all those landing options. I reassure everyone who comments, where can you land? There are always landing options within range, even if they're not visible on the camera. In this case, I could just turn left. There was plenty of flat land there in the valley. As we're coming back north this way towards the airfield, the airspace drops down to 9.5. So you'll see I'm trying to climb up just as high as I can so I can get back over to the airfield. But I had to, it was kind of a waste of time because I then had to descend underneath it anyway. And you see just how fast the cloud forms up in front of you when it's rising like this. And you can see I was going to the loo there, so I got distracted slightly. Got to be real careful with cloud forming up on wavy days like this. Okay, now we're heading back, and you can see I actually had to get the air brakes out here to drop down under the airspace and get to the Limeworks, which is our centre point. And then we're going to then I was trying to figure out what to do next, and I figured I'll just go north, see how far I can go. And I really had no idea, and I knew it'd be a bit of a pain because we were limited 9,500 feet all the way along here. You can see clearly where the wave is going up, and so I was able to, just in front of this mountain range on the right there, so it was quite an easy ride along here. And actually the main problem was the cloud, so you can see it forming up in front of you. But I just wasn't sure if there'd be a way through all the way north or not, whether I'd have to stop and go underneath it. But it turned out that where the wave is descending and then climbing again, there was always a gap.
Alright, well, we just turned 60 k's north of the turn point. I've been able to, what do you call it? Wave saw between 9.5 all the way, which has been really good. There's a nice gap in the clouds formed by the wave, so I just realised flight time's been 2.5 hours. It's a 3-hour flight time, so I've got to get back. So I should be able to do pretty easily. We're almost on glide back to the airfield, not even counting the huge amount of wave we've got to help us get there. Put some oxygen back on now that we're back up to 9. You know, just to make sure we're all good to get back.
So I really kind of balls this up a bit and got my timing wrong. It turns out, you know, I had half an hour to get back, about 60 k's or so, but that also included having to go to the turn point, which is quite near the base, and then go and do a circuit and land. You know, and that's at least 5 minutes or so doing a circuit. So it was only 25 minutes to get back, and I didn't want to, you can see I sped up here and just put the nose down to try and get home before the time ran out. And It was close, real close. I got a bit, wasn't sure if I was going to be able to do it or not. And look at this cloud forming up right in front of me, so I had to go around it. So it was about here I realised I still had to get to the lime works, which was further south of the airfield, before I could head straight back to the airfield. So nose is down, speeds up, doing 100 knots or so. Slowed down a bit to get the brakes out. And I just hooned straight in as quick as I could. Nice tight little circuit. And managed to get back with 3 minutes to spare. What more do you need? So, how did we go in the end? Well, somehow we managed to pull off a first equal with Alex McCaw. Overall, that bumped us up to second place for the whole contest. Here are some shots of us at the prize giving. Just want to say a huge thank you to the Canterbury Gliding Club for putting on a really fun contest. I really enjoyed myself. It was great flying somewhere new. The people were amazing. The food was amazing. We had an amazing final night dinner. If you're ever in New Zealand in the South Island, go check out Canterbury Gliding Club. And I just booked the ferry and entered this coming year's contest, which will be held in November. So looking forward to that. All right, thanks for watching. We'll catch you next time.